Have you ever contributed anything to other than paying for your children's food? Have you ever contributed anything to the mortgage? Did you pay $160,000 down on this house?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No, I didn't put money down on the house.
Why did you say you don't recall?
Well, to your question before that.
Objection asked and answered.
No, I did not pay money on the house.
You know that your husband had money that he put down on this house that was not your money.
Right. After we were married, though, he paid money on the house.
And he paid for your attorney for your paternity actions too, didn't he?
He helped pay for my attorney with Nick.
And how much was that?
Objection.
So we're in divorce court, and just a little catch up. The guy used his own money before the marriage, his own separate money, to put down on his house. And not only that, when they went to court over kids, he also paid for attorney fees. We just adding this up right now. Keep that in mind.
Privilege. On what basis? Privilege? The third party may have paid it. They're married.
And you're talking about the attorney-client privilege?
Yeah. Number one, I don't think it's relevant.
Now we're talking relevance instead of privilege.
Well, Judge, I think what a client pays an attorney, and the third party pays it.
I understand your point, Mr. Odell. And again, we're talking economics of two people who have been married for a short period of time. You will be able to ask questions of him
6
regarding
months.
any expenditures he's made.
6 months.
And my understanding is that these questions are being asked to demonstrate the financial contributions each of them have made to the household. Because one of the motions that we have before the court today is the motion for exclusive possession of the marital residence, and that entails who's going to pay the mortgage for that. There's also a motion for a temporary division of marital debt, which is on the docket. So all of these issues are relevant on the issues that are before the court. She's not required to testify about any direct conversations.
There is a motion. They're there to figure out who's going to live in the house and continue paying the mortgage. Y'all know what y'all know where this is leading to. She wants to stay in the house and continue paying for the mortgage.
She may have with her attorney, but the question of if there were marital funds or his separate funds that were used to pay for her attorney, then for whatever relevance, whatever weight that is, I think it is relevant on the issue before the court.
Please repeat the question.
Who paid for your attorney?
Joseph did.
Did you ask him to do that?
He offered to help me out.
When you got sued?
I didn't get sued.
Did you file the paternity suit, or did Mr. Ellis sue you? Did you sue
We
him?
agreed upon it. I didn't get sued.
He didn't file a petition against you.
Yes.
So you got sued.
Okay, I didn't know that was being sued.
He filed a petition to establish paternity. Mr. Ellis did.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you asked your husband for help in securing counsel for that. Is that correct?
He offered.
Have you ever contributed anything to other than paying for your children's food? Have you ever contributed anything to the mortgage, to the utilities, to the down payment on this house, or the payment of insurance or taxes on this house at all?
No, ma'am.
That's all.
Sir, you may question your client.
Oh my gosh, guys. How dare you ask to keep the house, have this man move, you remain in the house when you didn't do anything, pay a single bill, put up a single dollar toward this house, marry this man. Now you're going through a divorce, you're going through custody. I get it, it's an ugly battle. But please make it make sense. How do you feel entitled that you are able to stay there when y'all have only been married for 6 months? And I'm not sure if all the kids are even his. We only spoke of one kid. So therefore, it just tells me this man took you in with other kids. He married you, He moved you in. He used all his money to take care of you and pay all the bills. Yet when it comes down, you're getting a divorce because after 6 months, you couldn't even last. You couldn't even last a year. That you feel entitled to keep this house after you didn't do anything, nothing. We live in a delusional world, but this lady is clearly delusional. This lady is clearly feeling too entitled. You didn't do anything. And I am glad there is an attorney there that is standing up for this guy, Joseph. I'm glad this judge is actually making it make sense. All right, letting her know she is out of line. This is why real men should not chase modern women. All right. Next up on it, we got a post here. All right, WorldNewsDailyReport.com reported that Miami stripper arrested for squirting bodily fluids at police officer in self-defense.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Guys, I don't know what to say. I'm telling you, when we put out videos and the caption is, these type of women make you lose faith in humanity, this is one of the things that I'm talking about. Look at the mugshot. The mugshot clearly this clearly paints the whole picture. She is in another world. All right, she is in another world, and I think keeping her away right now until she gets properly evaluated will probably be best choice scenario. Because man,
this is why women love simps but won't date them. If a girl has any type of social media, she needs simps to fuel the ego. That's why you'll see girls constantly posting on Twitter and on here and on IG screenshots of guys talking to themselves in their DM. Like they're literally using the simps for content. And they won't admit this, but the simp makes them feel good. Wow, me just existing, me posting pictures of myself, he gives me validation and makes me feel full. But I've also seen videos where girls say, hey, you know that one guy who DMs you every day and he stops? Damn, like what's going on? What happened? It's like they almost feel like something's wrong with them when the simp stops. So when girls hear about my page defund simping, they'll go for the okie doke. What? A simp is just a guy that treats women well. You don't want a guy to treat a woman well? I'm like, no, girl, you don't treat simps well. They may get a double tap after their 20 fire emojis. They may get a thank you, you're so sweet, but they're not getting a date. They're not getting your time. At the end of the day, simps will always be used for attention and validation, and they'll never be seen as a lover.
That's a damn shame.
And the crazy thing is, man, women at high caliber of doing this, and the same woman that says these guys in their DM is the main people that are supporting their lifestyle, main people that are giving them the validation. They're feeling good. They're building their self-confidence over a like, and we all hear the stories. But they won't give any credit to these guys that's helping them out. But yet, screenshot, toss them to the side, put them in the burner, and all this stuff. Wouldn't give a really good guy a chance. And the fact that they're just not giving them the credit just bugged me. It really just bugged me. Because they're and then reverse psychology, when all that stops, they start to feel deflated. All right, where did that attention is going? That attention is going to another female that is actually enjoying this man's company, time, and energy. All right, or maybe he just came to his sense and realized, I'm done. This is a waste of time. This is useless. This is a dead end, and this doesn't even make any sense for me to continue on with this type of behavior. And I really hope it's both. But yeah, no. Give some credit where credit is due, ladies.
It says, after an 8-hour shift, no cap. Damn, that shit dry as fuck, girl.
Listen, I don't think y'all understand what this whole soft guy era movement is really doing. It's really exposing that a lot of women play ignorant to men's feelings and how they treat men. Because if you look at some of these comments and even the responses I got from my video, there's literally women answering their own questions with their own logic. So that means they're fully capable of doing the right thing. They just choose to do the wrong thing because there's nobody to stand up for men. We have no public voice. Even though we created and did everything, we have no public voice for our mental shit that we go through. And this whole soft guy era movement just shows you that women know what they do to us. Women know what they're capable of and what they're actually indulging in, and they don't give a fuck. They don't care. Like, really look at all the comments. Really look at these stitches and reaction videos. They like, oh, they really want to be us. They really want. Because what a lot of women don't understand is that they benefit from men's hard work, whether they want to accept it or not. That stoplight, man. That police officer, man. That firefighter, a man. Like, there's things that they benefit from us that they just don't want to admit to. And that's cool, but we know the truth.
You know, what's crazy is because Drizzle is a huge movement and there's not a face behind it. You get what I'm saying? It's the masses of men with the mindset that, you know, that started off as a joke, that started off as a parody, and now we're here. But there's not one single guy that's leading this revolution or this trend or this era. It's literally the mass. All right, you got a large group of men that came to this mindset that said, hey, this is kind of like the meme coin, you know, the meme Shuba coin or Shiba coin. Like, it started off as a meme, then it became real. People are making money off it now. So what's to stop this that started off as a meme to become absolutely real one day? All right, just saying, just putting it out there. That one day is probably happening now.
Whenever I have a kid, I want like 20 different guys to net, like 20 different races, 20 different guys.
That's true.
I want
You're gonna have the most exotic baby in the world.
No, it's like whoever's the best wins. You know what I mean? So you just put
Because it's
it
a
on
race.
cup.
At the end of the day, it's a race.
Yeah. Put it in.
Yeah.
I ain't.
What? High five? You can't high five me?
That's what guys do.
What you mean that's what guys do?
You're about to do the whole.
Oh. The hunt? Alright, look. I just, nah, that was actually a good ass idea though.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, we all know who Tiana Trump is. We all know what she's about. This doesn't surprise me. The thought and the idea is dumbfounded, to be honest. I don't get it. Don't get it. I don't get it. Where are you getting all these things from, man? You're gonna have... Oh, God.
So at this point, Robbie realizes what's happening, that his wife is poisoning him. But he's still stationed in Germany and wants to report the crimes in the US, so he pretends to keep drinking the coffee. Robbie told investigators he prepared his coffee every night, so all he needed to do in the morning was turn on the machine. But between the evening when Robbie would prep his coffee and the following morning when he turned on the coffee maker, Melody snuck in and poisoned the water. Here you can see it on video. Melody checks to make sure Robbie has already prepped the coffee maker and then grabs something from under the sink before pouring it into the machine. That something that Melody grabbed from under the sink was bleach. By June 2023, the family had returned to the United States, where Robbie was stationed at an Air Force base in Tucson, Arizona. He set up more cameras there too that capture Melody in the act, pouring something into the coffee pot and looking over her shoulder to see if anyone's watching. Some of the cameras were disguised as fire alarms and placed in the laundry room and kitchen area. Melody is caught on camera multiple times appearing to pour bleach in the laundry room, walking into the next room and then pouring it into the coffee maker.
Put this in.
smells. I can smell it. I can smell it. Soapy. Watch this. Guaranteed. You're gonna see purple. Boom. Wow.
Beyond just the chemical tests, Robbie shows how soapy the coffee maker becomes when water is added.
Today's the strongest it's been. I've been rinsing it out at least 7-8 times. It's still very sudsy, bubbly, soapy. She was off today. She didn't work. Today's the most that I'm having to clean it. Whatever's in there, there's a lot of it.
And on top of that, he says he could smell the bleach coming from the machine.
Looks like the bleach has a new location. That purple lid is now over here. Let's see what it smells like. No smell. Doesn't smell. Like I do every day, I clean this thing out after I test it. This back is very slippery right now from after I rinsed. It smells like bleach.
Melody was arrested on July 18th and later indicted by a grand jury for first-degree attempted murder. This week, she pleaded guilty to lesser charges.
It indicates, Your Honor, about July 11th, that you intended to harm, is it Robbie Johnson, by adding or mingling poison or chemical compound to water to your drink. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty? Guilty.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, man, you got to be careful. I mean, this is just beyond just crazy. And the amount of stupidity is because, yes, chemical can harm you, but man, it has a very strong odor and smell. Like, you thought you was getting away? Look, the camera clearly shows you coming at night and adding these things, this bleach to the coffee maker. How do you think you were going to get away? It's goddamn bleach. Like, even if you brew coffee, one would just normally expect this is coffee and bleach. Like, you're just down bad. You're evil. You're diabolical. You deserve every little piece of this. The man is literally fighting for the nation right now. And I just don't get it. What do you think you were getting from this? All right. If you just didn't want to be married or with this guy anymore, get a divorce. Just do that. But I can tell there was deeper plotting to this. You probably wanted some insurance money. You probably wanted a little bit of this and all of that. And maybe even get the widow thing and be taken care of for the rest of the life. If you're married and you're married to someone into the military, on some occasions, if something happens, like, you get widow pay. Like, like, I don't know if they're, what the whole, details is behind it. But she was definitely plotting for the rest of her life to take Robbie out. And I just feel bad. And I really feel bad for Robbie. But I'm glad this man was smart enough. Robbie's still here. He got justice. He did the right thing by waiting, getting back to the United States. Because, man, we don't know what would happen somewhere else. But he did the right thing. Hey, that's on her. She deserves every little piece of it. All right, next clip. I just want to give flowers where flowers is due and credit where credit is due. Man has become one of the youngest judges in Pennsylvania at the age of 27. All right. Reading the caption, he was falsely accused and falsely arrested several times, which led him and motivated him to follow law and practice law, and now is one of the youngest judges ever in Pennsylvania at 27. So kudos to you, brother. I mean, you really took the stand. You really felt oppression and you turned that around, and it motivated you to go out and do something and make a difference and make a change. I'm really happy for you, man. So let's just go ahead. This guy's name is Hanif Johnson. If y'all want to look him up, go ahead.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
Y'all, I need someone to explain something to me. Why is it that the goalpost keeps moving for men? So 4B started, right? We all know its origins. We all know where it came from. So anybody who wants to come in the comments and go, look it up, you don't know. I know what it is, okay? I'm well aware. What cracks me up is that it got here to the U.S. and, of course, American women turned it into, oh, look, all men are garbage and we should just boycott all men. Which, by all means, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. No, listen, girl, ain't nobody stopping you. And the reason these men are saying something is because they're sick of hearing the garbage that they've been eating for the last, I don't even know how long. I said a couple years, my last video, and I was corrected on several occasions that it's been like 20 plus years. And like I've said before, I have had absolute garbage dudes in my life, but I still am not one to be like, F all guys are stupid. Now, by no means am I saying women that have been traumatized, and I mean genuinely traumatized by men. Like, not just, oh, he was a jerk and, you know, he was horrible or he was mean to me. I'm talking about like real, genuine, capital T trauma. But when that logic train just choo-choo, some of y'all are completely missing that train coming through. Because it's no longer logic for y'all. It's we're gonna win at like any cost. Whether that means we're gonna lie, we're gonna manipulate with and that's what I feel like it keeps turning into, because it's, you know, these men were like, okay, fine, you guys don't want us, then we're going to use your logic against you in a satirical manner. And it set off this whole other anger. So I need somebody to explain this to me, like, because the amount of like manipulation that is coming out of women from all of this, I can't. Like, the men are using logic. They are using your own logic against you. And you're getting mad at that. Like, somebody make it make sense. Somebody make it make sense.
You can't make it make sense because it already didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense when women do it to men. How do you think it's going to make sense for women to actually feel the same way men feel? All right? That doesn't make sense. But what is real is nothing's holding these women back from doing the nice things. Nothing's holding these women back from wanting to buy nice gifts. Nothing's holding these women back from wanting to catch the bill. Nothing is holding the women back from wanting to say, hey, man, I got some plane tickets or I got a cruise package. Nothing's holding these women back for planning a whole date. Nothing is holding these women back from going out there and grab the lawnmower and cutting the grass. Yes, those are typical manly things to do, but nothing is stopping them if they want to make a good gesture. A lot of times women are just mad because these men are just, they're not bringing the gestures anymore. They're claiming that they're phasing out. Their chivalry is dead. They're not being nice. They want this and they want that and they want to bring all this back. All right. What the only reason why it left is because you, woman, that particular woman, it left because of you. You just don't understand that. Like, you just don't want to realize that. And it all comes down to your mindset of accountability. That's it. Which doesn't exist, by the way.